Together for Short Lives is the UK charity that's here to make sure the 99,000 seriously ill children and their families can make the most of every moment they have together, whether that's for years, months, or only hours.
Children's hospices across the country support children with life-limiting conditions and their families through the toughest times of their lives.
Children's hospices like Acorns in Birmingham support parents like Kirsty Murray, whose daughter Ella died aged just 2 from a rare genetic disorder.
In 2019, we won our campaign to convince NHS England to increase their annual Children's Hospice grant to 25 million. Here's how we did it.
By the summer of 2018, we had found that as the number of children with life-limiting conditions was increasing, demand for children's palliative care was growing. Yet the way in which the NHS and local authorities funded children's palliative care was not keeping pace.
Our research showed that in 2016, children's hospices received just 22% of their funding from the state, and this figure was falling over time. The funding also compared poorly to adult hospices, who received 33% of their funding from the state.
Together for Short Lives is the Secretariat for an all-party parliamentary group in Westminster. In 2018, we supported this APPG to hold an inquiry and produce a report. One of its recommendations was to increase the Children's Hospice grant to £25 million per year.
In June 2018, the then Prime Minister Theresa May announced an annual NHS funding increase of 3.4% in each of the next 5 years. Seeing an opportunity, we launched a change.org petition urging the government to use some of the NHS funding boost to increase the Children's Hospice grant to 25 million per year, address the funding disparity between children's and adult hospices, and ensure seriously ill children could access the care and support they need when and where they need it.
Kirsty Murray told her story to support the campaign. We made sure to mark every milestone signature, and doing so really helped connect us with the outside world. When we closed our petition in September, it had been signed by nearly 7,000 people. Our petition was delivered to 10 Downing Street.
Meanwhile, we worked directly with our contacts in Parliament to raise the issue directly with the government and Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, losing a child is every parent's worst nightmare. But up and down the country, every day, parents are caring for children with life-limiting illnesses. For these families, the Children's Hospice and Palliative Care services are a necessary lifeline. But some of our hospice services are struggling for cash, and indeed Acorns, our largest service, has had to announce the closure of a hospice. Prime Minister, you came to power saying you would help those who are just about managing, but many of these families are barely coping at all. Please, as your legacy, can you give the £40 million needed to provide really good palliative care children's services to all children who need it in this country?
As a result, an early day motion was tabled by Labour MP Sandy Martin. It was signed by 29 MPs. Parliamentary questions about the grant were tabled. It was mentioned in 2 debates in the House of Lords. During Children's Hospice Week 2019, the campaign gained momentum as we published a brand new report. We gained UK-wide media coverage, including BBC Breakfast. We sent the report to every MP representing constituencies in England, asking them to take action. We also successfully motivated the public to act. 1,647 people signed our open letter to Health and Social Care Secretary Matt Hancock. 63 MPs and peers attended the all-party parliamentary group for children who need palliative care, Children's Hospice Week drop-in in June 2019. 44 MPs signed an early day motion to celebrate Children's Hospice Week and call on the government to increase the Children's Hospice grant to £25 million per year.
Finally, the then Care Minister Caroline Dinenage made an announcement to the House of Commons in a debate in July.
I think the Honourable Lady and other members of the all-party parliamentary group will be very pleased, and I am delighted today to announce that NHS England has committed to increase the funding to £25 million by 2023-24. This will guarantee the additional £13 million to the Children's Hospice grant.
The last word should go to Kirsty, who described what the campaign has meant to her.